What's up, everybody? Lunar Classic, is it dead? Are we done, or is there more left in the pipeline? Well, we're going to talk about a few things in this video. Terra Port decks coming pretty soon. What are the statistics running on the Terra Lunar Classic network, as well as some governance proposals? You know, we're talking burn tax once again. Bring you up to speed with everything going on in this video. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with what the latest and greatest in both Lunar Classic and the wider cryptocurrency market is. And let's dive into this one. So I'm not going to really look into it in too much detail, in particular the chart. We know the market's taken a bit of a heavy hit the last couple of days, obviously with the news on Silvergate, the Qcoin suing that's now going on. But you take a look at the Lunar Classic chart. Yes, we saw a massive run up into the sixes. We've kind of consolidated sideways with a downward movement. Ultimately, though, in the last kind of 2 or 3 months, we have been trending within this range, this kind of 12s to the high sort of 18s, 19s. And again, it's all about volume. And now, a 1% down over the course of the last couple of days versus the market, nearly 6%. Lunar Classic is kind of doing okay. Now, you'd expect RSI is massively oversold, so we'd expect a bit of pushback up into buys. But what have we got going on? Let's bring you up to speed with everything going on. Well, there's a couple of key points. Now, we did get this, a new Binance listing. Ultimately, Binance adds USTC and USDT pairing, and the Binance burn is obviously back every single month. Now, it's a pretty interesting deal, the fact that they are going to list USTC with a USDT pairing over on Binance. Again, that gives us the opportunity to add another pair. Now, the question will be, will they use those funds, again, to support the removal of the Lunar Classic circulating supply? Again, we'll wait and bring you the latest from Binance when that comes out. But time will tell. However, it is a step in the right direction. While ever people are calling Lunar Classic is done, and while other people are saying that there is no more hope within Lunar Classic, Binance goes and adds USTC, the stable coin, obviously linked to Lunar Classic, paired up with USDT. But it doesn't stop there. We obviously know we have the Terra Port DEX. Now, whether you like this, don't like it, ultimately what it is making a DeFi accessible to everybody, restoring utility to the Terra Lunar Classic ecosystem, making a game changer for the community. So Terra Port coming very soon. Now, if you want a full in-depth video on this, be sure drop a like and put a comment down below, and I'll definitely take a look in a bit more detail in terms of what it's bringing. But ultimately, it will be a DEX, an autonomously run DEX that we will have on the Lunar Classic network, which again is a positive step in the right direction, adds some of the fundamental utilities that we require, and ultimately then is going to support the deflation nature of Lunar Classic. So again, continuing to build, and a lot of this stuff isn't getting out there, and I don't really understand why people aren't talking about it. So I think it's important that we do share this video and make sure people are aware of it. Now, it doesn't stop there. There's a couple of other bits I wanted to bring. There is obviously some noise going around about the developers, the layer 1 task force team. These need to remove this payment here, all sorts of craziness. I would stick to the real sources of information before you get swept up in some of the decisions, but we'll see kind of how this pans out. We know the layer 1 team continuing to build. That'll be up for renewal very soon. What they're going to bring to us, how are they going to develop, ultimately what is going to drive volume. We don't necessarily need price right now. Volume, however, is absolutely critical. Price, remember, the higher the price, the less we burn. Now, sitting in the sort of high 12s at the minute, we're going to burn a significant amount versus if we were in the 18s or 19s. And trust me, we want to get there eventually. However, this has to come at the right speed, and I think ultimately it will be at the right point. Now, what have we got going on? Well, we did get this burn tax proposal. Now, interestingly, this has been submitted a couple of days ago. It's kind of going through. We are seeing some people actually vote yes on this. The concept is interesting, to say the least. I'm dead interested to know what you guys think in the comments down below. 1.2% burn tax until we hit a 5 trillion supply, then move it back to 0.2. I think the risk with all of this, we've just got Binance back on board, burning nearly 9 billion coins at the last point. Do we really want to start messing around with all these burn taxes once again? Do I think 0.2% is the right number? No, I think it's a bit too small. However, again, our energy and our focus should be right now into bringing volume back into the Lunar Classic chain. Then it doesn't really matter what the burn rate is. Volume fixes everything. Now, there is a desire in the wider crypto market to bring volume back. Obviously, at the minute, people removing their assets and their funds from risk parts, and we are seeing that across the entire global crypto market. We could even see a sub 20k Bitcoin coming very, very soon. But when we take a look a little bit more into the statistics, I always think it's worthwhile ultimately seeing what is going on behind the scenes with Lunar Classic. We see continuation of staking up nearly another 500 million coins, all getting ever nearer to that 14% total stake. Now, remember, Lunar, The original Luna was about 45%. So the more we get there, it does remove it from circulating supply, ultimately supports the network. You can see there transaction fees, which is an interesting point. 96 million was the transaction fees that came through. Obviously, we take a percentage of that and burn it. So, you know, if we can increase that to double, triple, even 10x that volume, which is still under $1 billion in terms of volume of Luna coins, then that's when we can really start to generate some burn. Remember, 6.2% on the block time is super quick in terms of transactions. And then you can see kind of who's redelegating, who is staking, what's going on, the losses, particularly where people are moving across. Always worthwhile understanding what your validator is doing. Do they upgrade when they need to? Are they forming an intrinsical part of our community and what we want to build? But overall, what's my view on Luna Classic? Well, I think we are far from dead. Remember, we have an incredibly quick, incredibly cheap, and ultimately a fantastic blockchain that can be used. What it's about, like I said, volume, bringing it back to the network, people all aligned to one shared goal. I've talked about that in a couple of videos, but at the same time, we have some pretty exciting things coming. They're going to land, they're going to ignite a spark back in Luna Classic. We'll see what the rest of the crypto market does, but we need you to share this video. We need you to make sure that you are telling everybody what's going on with Luna Classic, and so that everybody knows exactly what's coming once we get our decks on there, our autonomous decks, as well as some more assets. We could really start to see a potential volume. And like I said, the price at the minute, I'm not worried. Lower price, more burns. We still need to not hide away from the fact we've got to get rid of nearly 6 trillion Luna Classic coins. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you excited for the Terra Port decks? And don't forget, if you want a full review on that, again, let me know down below. Like and share this video to everybody out there in cryptocurrency. As ever, thank you so much. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.